welcome back to my channel. Me and Liam are going hunting today.
Kill some buck. I'm having a mental breakdown.
You got me. Yeah, so it's we're going on an evening hunt. Got off work a little bit ago. We're going on an evening hunt. It's almost 4 o'clock, so we're only got to be probably out there. We're only going to have daylight for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half if we're lucky. So hopefully we put out yesterday, which didn't show it on a video or anything like that, but yesterday I went to Walmart and bought a lot more deer corn because we found out the deer feeder was getting low. But then also bought some
Don't spray.
some doe and heat urine spray, some gel spray, kind of to bait like the area and stuff like that. And then got some deer attractant, got some apple crush out there. So we really wanted to come out tonight, the day after we set that, because as soon as we set that, we were out there. We got out there late, a little bit later than it is now. Like, it was almost dark when we got there and set all that up, and we hadn't been gone 45 minutes, and they came in already. Bucks were coming around looking for that doe and heat urine, which is amazing. Normally, if I thought that the rut started in Oklahoma, you know, at least in my area, I thought it started kind of towards rifle season, which starts next Saturday. But my fiance was going home the other night from work, and she said she saw a buck chasing 2 does. So, which I'm like, well, that's, you know, rut activity. You know, that's they're already starting to chase does and stuff. So some does and stuff like that are probably coming into heat right now. So they're starting to estrus. So it's kind of like, I'm guessing, kind of like right at the edge of pre-rut. So they're already starting to look for in-heat does and stuff. So that's why I bought some different doe and heat estrus. Got it at Walmart. Tinks. But I got the gel spray, so because it says it lasts longer than a buck bomb and stuff. So we kind of set it up on some trees and on some scrapes, and we noticed we kind of went down there that day that we went hunting on the last video. I didn't show it on the camera, but we went walked further down into the woods and stuff and found some scrapes and some rubs and stuff like that. And one little pro tip on the if you don't have like scrape lure or anything like that, one thing that you can do, and I know this is going to sound so weird, but is peeing in a scrape or by a rub, because it doesn't necessarily matter if it's male or female. If you're wanting to attract bucks in that area and you see a scrape, so you know they've already been in there. So if you pee in that scrape, because that's what they do, basically, if you're male, it's gonna, and you pee, you're going to put your pheromones, not pheromones, but, you know, you're gonna put your scent in there, and that's how they mark their territory, kind of like lots of animals do. So that buck, whoever made that scrape, is usually the alpha of that area. He's kind of asserting his dominance. So he's peed there, letting every other buck know, like, hey, this is my area. I'm, you know, number one, yada yada yada. So you peeing in that scrape is like a challenge, you know. So he smells your pee in there, and it carries the scent carries, ways. So I mean, if you pee in his scrape, he's gonna sit there and say, hey, there was another buck here, another male, you know, and he's trying to challenge me for my territory. So yeah, and if you're female, which amazingly enough, found out, female does that are coming into estrus and are looking for bucks and stuff like that to start chasing them, they will also pee in the scrapes, putting out their pheromones and their estrus and stuff like that, letting the bucks know that, hey, there's a doe in this area that's in estrus and is ready to breed. So that's what they do. So peeing in their scrapes, whether you're male or female, is going to actually not be that bad. I was always told when I was younger not to use the bathroom in the woods, so I'd hold it all day. I finally get used to your body gets used to not wanting to use the bathroom at that time when you're usually in the deer blind or the tree stand. But, yeah, found out a couple years ago that, yeah, they recommend you do that. Some of the pro hunters and stuff like that I've watched videos on and met, they've all said that they do that. Now, they may not do that all the time, but because they've got multi-million-dollar properties and deer running everywhere. But if you're on your own private land or even public land and you want to get a buck or a doe to come in there and you see a scrape, you know that's a sign the deer are there. So just a little pro tip. I mean, not from a pro, but, you know, a little hunting tip from me. But, yeah, so we're almost to the hunting grounds. So we're going to get down in the blind. We're going to get in there as quick as we can. Like I said, we're getting out here a little late. Like I said, since daylight savings time ended, it gets darker about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes earlier than it used to. So, you know, if it was a couple weeks ago, we would, you know, just like where we'd be out here until 6, 7 o'clock. But now we'll be out here till like 6 o'clock, and by the time we walk out, it'll be pitch dark. So stay tuned, guys. Like I said, we'll pick you up when we get in the deer blind and all things set up. Hey guys, me and Liam, we're set up in the deer blind. We've got it's 4:30, so we roughly have about an hour of daylight left. Hopefully something comes in here. Our deer feeder just went off, and
We have everything a deer could ever want.
yeah, I put out a little more of that doe and heat estrus. Maybe that'll draw them in a little bit too, because it's kind of still. The wind's not blowing too bad. I don't know exactly which way the wind is blowing. I don't think there's really any wind going on right now.
Maybe from time to time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But we didn't spook any deer coming in here, so they're probably just getting up, fixing to come in to feed and head down to get some water. At least I hope. We are just waiting to see what happens. I'll show you the deer feeder and stuff. Hold on one second. Okay, guys, there is the deer feeder. That one just went off, and then I set up that other gravity feeder. I put a little corn in there, and that red stuff on the ground is apple crushed, so it's another deer attractant, because the acorns are already fallen, so they're eating all them up, especially in this area. So hopefully they're gonna get that pretty good and come in here tonight, and then we are just gonna do good tonight. All right, wish us luck, guys. I'll catch you back if anything happens. Hey guys, it's the next day. Yesterday we kind of ended the day. We didn't see anything, but we heard some. We were sitting out there until like it was too dark to see. I think we left there about 6 o'clock, right, Liam? It was about 6. So yeah, we left there about 6 o'clock, and it was pitch black. And we heard them blowing, snort wheezing, and we don't know if they smelled us. I don't think they did, because there was hardly any wind yesterday, and it was blowing in our face. So they weren't behind us. So I don't think that they busted us with our smell. My thought is maybe they saw us, like when we moved or something like that. Maybe they saw us. So never know. That's what I'm kind of thinking, is they probably saw us, or maybe they heard us. Because we heard them blow. It could have been the same deer blowing 3 different times, but I don't know. But yep, it is now the next day. We're going an afternoon hunt again. Just got off work, but we're getting out of here. We're getting out here a little bit earlier today, so we're gonna have a couple hours of daylight left rather than just an hour. So I mean, we're gonna have about 2 hours worth of daylight. So hopefully they come in tonight. We're gonna get in there. We're almost there now. We're gonna get in there, and we're going to get set up, and we'll catch you guys back when we're in there. Okay, guys, we're set up down here in the blind. We got in here pretty quiet, and like I said, it's about just after 4, so we've got about an hour and a half, 2 hours left of daylight, shooting light. So we got in here pretty quiet today. I think that might have been some of our problem. We're going on evening hunts. We're not being as quiet as we need to be, because they're already up and they're already alert. So set up. And now we're just waiting. We didn't hear any deer blowing and running away. So I'm liking our chances tonight. Like I said, we've had a good feeling. It's a little bit warmer today in the evening. I think it's up in the 60s today, but they've been all over my camera all day. We even had a new buck come in today. Actually, I think he's an old buck that we've had on the camera. Not old, but we've had him on camera before, but haven't had him since I put that scent lure out. So we're gonna keep an eye out, and we'll let you know and get you back whenever something happens. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's early. Me and Liam, we're going on a morning hunt here. It is literally a couple days before rifle season starts here in Oklahoma. But we have gotten tons of pictures of that buck daylighting the last week since we hunted last weekend. So figured we'd come out before rifle season, one last bow hunt before rifle season. We'll still bow hunt even during rifle season or after rifle season if we don't get that buck tonight. So brought the crossbow for Liam, so hopefully we can double up today. That'd be awesome. But like I was saying, we have gotten pictures of that buck. Actually, the whole bachelor group has been daylighting for like the last week, and they usually come in there about 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere around there. So we got out actually a little earlier than we have been. It's only 5:30 right now, and we're about to pull into the hunting ground. So I mean, we actually got out a little bit earlier. Last week we were getting here by like 6:15. So we decided to get up a little earlier and get out here a little bit earlier today, because not sure. I mean, last time you guys saw, we saw that one deer, the big buck, came in there like at 7:45ish or so, and yeah, we spooked him off. But there's always today. So, but yeah, we're gonna get out there, we're gonna get set up, and then whenever we have enough daylight in order to take you guys up back in the deer blind, we will. Hopefully, it gets daylight enough for us to touch base with you guys before that deer comes in. So we will see you guys then. Wish us luck, guys. Hey guys, all right, we're set up. We got in here really quiet, really clean. Liam's over here. We got everything set up. When we first got here, it was right before 6 o'clock. It's about 5:40, and we can hear them walking around. It's currently daylight. It's shootable light right now, and they're not in here right now. So, but when they left, they didn't blow or anything, so they didn't know we were here. It's kind of wet this morning with the early morning dew and stuff like that. It keeps it kind of damp, the ground, so we got in here really quiet. Oh, there's a deer. There's one. Hold on. Exciting, guys. That was a big buck. I don't think that's the big one that I'm after. I think that's the other one. He's like a 6-point, but he is a big bodied deer. He didn't come down in here to give us a shot, and he didn't stop. I think they're looking for does. is starting to kick off, and he's looking for does. We just literally watched him walk off into the trees. I mean, the feeder's about to go off here in a couple minutes, so he may come back. But I can still hear him moving around up there. So we're gonna stop talking and we're gonna wait. This is a good sign. He didn't see us, he didn't smell us, nothing. And literally we just lost sight of him in the timber a couple seconds ago. So hopefully they come back in here. He could be circling around when the feeder goes off. He come in here about 8 o'clock. So wish us luck, guys. Keep your fingers crossed. Well, guys, that ends the little hunting saga that I've gone. I think that was the last 3 times we went hunting. I think it was last Saturday, last Sunday, and today. Sorry, my son and my daughter are playing here in the front room. I'll get on right quick and show you some of the pictures that we've gotten. Like I said, that buck, after looking back at the footage, that buck on the first one was actually, I think, the buck that I was after. I don't know, whenever I first saw him come in, he came in there right at like 7 o'clock, right before 7 o'clock. It was just getting lighted up. I mean, I could have shot him had he stopped, but I think, like I was saying earlier, the rut is kicking off because he was on a mission. Like, he was sniffing the air. He didn't care about the food down there. He was on a mission. He was looking for does, I think. The second one that I showed was actually a little spike, a little 4-point spike that came in there. He's got 2, and then they fork off. So technically a little 4-point, but I still call him a spike. He actually kind of gave us, when we first saw him, he came in there and he was where that big buck was in the last video. And he never saw us, but I couldn't get the camera turned on or he would have saw us. So the little footage you saw, I don't know how well you could see him up there in the trees. You'll see the brown. He just went up, he just meandered up there. He didn't come to the food, nothing. So I think the bucks are split from their bachelor groups, and now they're looking for in-heat days. Sorry. But yeah. I'll get on here right quick and show you some of the pictures, and I'll show you the one that I think it was this morning, and that we are the one that I'm really wanting to go after, and hopefully they come back pretty soon. All right, guys, I figured I'd get on here and show you some pictures. This actually was from last night. This is that buck that I've been after, and I know it doesn't look like much on this picture, but if you watch the video, he is a massive body deer. He's fully mature, and there is one other, and I think this one's an 8-point, I think, if I remember, and I can count. I think he's an 8-point, and the other one's a 6-point, and they're about the same size. So 2 good shooters. Good thing I still have the opportunity to kill 2 bucks, one with the gun and one with a bow. And then here he is in the daylight. But see, this is the reason I think that it is rut is kicking off, because he was here with this doe. He's back here with this doe, and I have like 30 minutes worth of pictures of these 2. He's over by the feeder, she's over here by the other little feeder, and she's watching him, he's watching her. Like I said, I think he's the rut is actually going, or it's starting, pre-rut right now, and next week it definitely probably be in full swing, because it's supposed to be like 50 degrees for a high like most of next week. So I think it's pretty safe to say that they're starting to go into the rut right now. These are the deer that were there this morning. When we got down in there, let's see, it says the timestamp is 5:36. That's about the time we were walking in. Remember on the video that we said that we could hear them when we first got there. These deer were there when we first got there, and we didn't spook them off when we came in. And we also, and none of them blew, none of them ran. And as you can see on the video, that big buck came in right after, it was like 6:55, 6:56, somewhere around in there, and he came in there. But yeah, they are coming in there hardcore, and they're starting to team up here. Hopefully the heat not locked down, and he'll come around next week when it's gun season and I can get out there. But yeah, like I said, he is just a massive body deer. He looks like, he doesn't, like I said, on the picture doesn't look like much, but he is massive, I swear. So yeah, guys, that's what the deer been coming in there. Like I said, that one, like I said, you couldn't really tell as on the photo, but in real life, that deer is massive. And like I said, deer season, rifle season starts on Saturday. Now, of course, I have to work, and next week is Thanksgiving. So happy early Thanksgiving to everybody on my channel. I am actually thinking of going hunting on Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving morning, because it is supposed to be perfect hunting conditions, and I would really like to kill that buck. I really would. So I've kind of gotten fed up with them not coming into bow range. Not technically, really, in all honesty, that buck was in range, but you saw all the sticks and all the cover that he was moving through, and he didn't stop. So if he would have stopped in that clearing a little bit longer and I could have gotten my bow up and ranged him, which I think he was probably about 35, almost 40 yards, which my bow can do easily, and I've done that shot plenty of times. So, he just did not pause long enough, and I know I could have stopped him, but I was hoping he would pause. That way I could have drawn, and if he started moving again, then I would have stopped him and taken the shot, because I had ranged a tree right next to where he was walking through, and that whole back area right there is probably about 35 yards. So I mean, that would have been an easy little chip shot for me, or I could have gotten the crossbow up, but he was not stopping. Like I said, he's looking for that doe, so they're in rut activity right now. So yeah, do have a few cool things coming. Like I said, I think next week, and if I would have had my rifle, I would have taken a shot. So if it had been last week or the week before last with black powder season, and I'd taken my black powder with me, I would have taken him down. But hopefully he comes in there next week when it's rifle season, because I figure I'm going to take my rifle and give the bow a rest. Not exactly sure which rifle I want to hunt with. Thinking my 350 Legend, but it'll be a little chip shot for any rifle that I have. So I mean, yeah, I'm probably going to take that. So like I said, next week, thinking about going hunting on Thanksgiving Day, because I work every day until Thanksgiving Day. So yeah, I got to work 6 days straight before I get a day off. Now I do have next Thursday and Friday off, so, and Sunday. So, and Debbie, my wife, has 1 or 2 of those days off too. So hopefully we can get together, we can get a babysitter for the kids, and we can both get out there, and I can get her on camera shooting she took her first deer last year, the late point, beautiful little buck. It was delicious. So maybe I can get her out there and we can see her kill another deer. Another update too, I have bought another deer blind, and I'm fixing to buy a tree stand, so, and possibly another feeder. Yeah, there is a lot of acreage where I hunt, and a lot of other, and when we found where we hunt, we found a little like open field, I guess, where when they used to put that right away in, it was where the trucks would park and stuff. They'd park their equipment, so I mean, it's all matted down and everything, but it's like a perfect open area to set up like either a gravity feeder or just throw out a bag of feed out there and maybe see if they can come in there. And because it's open, and I mean, it is a little bit bigger than where we're hunting, open area. Woods come in, and we know they come through there. We've seen some scrapes right on the outside of it, and we figure that's where those deer are coming from. They're coming from the south, they're heading through that and then coming over because they know the feed's over there. And plus, I think their bedding ground is right behind where we hunt, just to the north. So maybe we can catch them coming through that little open area, that little field first, before, you know, they can skirt around us, because I'm sure that we probably have a ton of deer skirting around us up there in the trees and we just don't see them. So, you know, but I'm planning on getting, I've already bought the other deer blind, so hopefully it'll be here, it probably won't be here until after Thanksgiving. So if I do take a deer next week, it'll probably be out of my old deer blind, and then we'll probably do an unboxing video and show you the new setup, and hopefully I'll get another feeder and possibly a tree stand. That could be a tax time thing, I'm not 100% sure just yet. The other feeder, same way, because you got to think, yeah, it's cool to have all this stuff, but you got to think in the off season, where are you gonna store it? So yeah, I just got to make sure I have places to put all the stuff that I buy. It's like, you know, I want to buy all this stuff, but I got to have a place to put it. So, but yeah, may get another feeder around tax time, stuff like that. So, we even might try going on a public land hunt sometime this year if we do wind up taking another deer out of there, since Liam took that one, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, exciting things. New deer blind is already in the works. It's coming. Hasn't shipped just yet, but and it says it's supposed to be here like the 25th or the 27th. So yeah, it'll be after Thanksgiving. I'm hoping that they send it like this weekend and it's here like the beginning of the week. That way, like on Thanksgiving Day, I could maybe set it up, maybe do a hunting video, then a blind setup or something. It'd be nice. We also have found, like, the best way to describe it is like those tripod stands. Well, this is like an old, like, somebody made this, basically. It's like a ladder going up to a seat. It's like an old tripod stand, but it's a quad pod stand, whatever. But there's like a little bench seat on top of a stand, I guess. You just, on top of a ladder, and somebody built this thing years ago. It's been sitting out there right next to where we hunt for, oh God knows how long. I mean, that right-of-way was put in over 30 years ago, and this thing is rusted and everything, but it's still in good shape. We've tested it. The bolts and everything are good in it. I've sat in it with Liam, and it holds our combined weight with our gear and stuff. So I'm like, it doesn't have a safety rail on the top, which, I mean, I could always add that if I wanted to, but we thought about repurposing that. Like, hey, it's been sitting out there, nobody has claimed it, so I mean, it's like somebody just donated it. So we thought about, I'm gonna take that this year sometime, and so I mean, I'll already have kind of a tripod stand anyway. I'd thought about trying to use it where we are, sitting it up in the trees, behind where we are, and then just kind of sitting up there and getting like a camo netting around it or something, kind of making it a box stand type thing. But that's going to take a little bit of planning. But I thought about moving that into that field instead of the blind. That way we're sitting elevated. But right now we're just kind of spitballing right now. We just want to kill some deer. But yeah, I'll kind of show you guys that too next time I'm out there. But if you guys like this content, like and subscribe, bring a friend. Like I said, I'm just trying to help out and share my little stories and everything like that. It's fun. Fun to go hunting and fishing and be in the outdoors and stuff. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll answer whatever I can, and if not, I'll find the answer. So stay with me, guys. Deer season is far from over, and I can still take a lot more deer, and so can Liam, and so can my wife, Debbie. So hopefully a lot more hunting and fishing content coming pretty dang soon. Stay tuned, guys. Have a good one.